Professor B.N. Jain, Vice Chancellor of BITS Pilani University, and the chief guest for today's occasion and also partner of this BITSAA Global Meet, Mr. Raju Reddy, Chairman BITSAA, Professor Ashok Agarwal, who has been driving this for the last 2 years along with other BITSAA Hyderabad members, Mr. G.V. Prasad, Chairman Managing Director of Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, with whom we have a long association through practice school and work integrated learning programs. Many distinguished alumni, Mr. Sodi, the 1950 batch, Professor Balasubramanian, 1953 batch, my own batchmates of 1972, 70s, and faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, the Chancellor, BITS Senior Management, faculty, staff and students of BITS University in general, and BITS Hyderabad campus in particular, I consider it an honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to the alumni and their families to this great occasion of the second BITSAA Global Meet being held in Hyderabad campus during the Golden Jubilee year. BITS Pilani, which became a deemed university in the year 1964, is completing its 50th year in 2014, and every year and every batch have contributed significantly in building the reputation and bringing it to the present status of being number 1 amongst the private universities and number 6 in the top 10 engineering institutions in the country. Under the Vision 2020, unraveled by Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, we now plan to make it one of the top universities of the science and technology in Asia. I am happy to share that many of our alumni are exceedingly doing well, both in academics and in industries in India and abroad. I am extremely happy to inform you that I am also a proud alumnus of BITS Pilani. And I am indeed grateful to this great organization because it is BITS that gave me higher education, and it is BITS that trained me as a faculty, and it is BITS that molded me as an administrator, and it is BITS that gave me this wonderful golden opportunity to build this Hyderabad campus. Many educational reforms started in 60s and 70s started yielding fruitful results, immensely benefiting the students and the institute in a number of ways. As you are all aware, BITS Pilani is one among the first 2 institutions to adopt semester system, letter grading, continuous internal evaluation. I do not know how many of you know BITS Pilani is the first institution to get IBM 1130, and we are no strangers to technology enablement. Right from 70s, we have been extensively using technology for various educational and administrative purposes. I would like to draw your attention to one significant reform, a game changer that has completely changed the face of BITS and became the harbinger of what we see today in the form of a multi-locational university. I am sure that many of you will guess that important reform is practice school, which became a gateway to our industry engagement. Today, we are an independent university without any grant from any source, completely relying upon our revenues from WILP through industry engagement. I am sure all of us are proud of this great achievement. I would like to narrate a story how PS and WLP brought BITS Pilani to Hyderabad. Of course, even other campuses also owe a lot to these programs. As you may probably aware, this 4th campus of BITS Pilani started in 2008 at the invitation of Government of Andhra Pradesh. It is pertinent to mention the relevance of practice school, not only in the origin of this campus, but also modernization of BITS campuses. Practice school is responsible for many accomplishments of BITS, including expansion of BITS campuses and modernization of Pilani campus. Many people may wonder as what could be the link between practice school and all these developments. As I mentioned earlier, it is practice school that opened our doors to the external world and became the gateway for our work integrated learning programs and extensive industry engagement. I would like to restate that practice school and WILP provided the necessary resources for expansion of campuses and modernization of BITS Pilani in terms of Project Parivartan. In a way, it is this practice school which is responsible for many other programs both in Pilani as well as other campuses. As a Dean Practice School and Deputy Director Work Integrated Learning Programs, I used to frequently visit Hyderabad. I happened to meet by accident in one such visit the then Chief Minister, late Dr. Y.S. Rajasekhar Reddy. It's purely by an accident, and that became the starting point for BITS Hyderabad. Personally, I attribute my career progression to my active involvement in practice school right from day one of my joining BITS. I recall the help received for practice school in the first meeting enabled at INSEAD during my return from the US by one of our alumni. From that time onwards, that is from 1998 onwards, thousands of students have gone to Europe for practice school. In a way, that became the gateway for practice school to Europe. In a similar way, a group of alumni helped us to compete for NEN Wadhwani Foundation Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership in the year 2003. We are one of the 5 institutions amongst hundreds who have successfully competed for a 40 lakh grant, and we could establish a Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership in Practice School Division of BITS Pilani. I strongly believe it is practice school and only practice school that not only catapulted BITS Pilani to a newer orbit, but also helped several students and faculty to grow professionally. 5 lakh square feet built up area is also biggest in the city of Hyderabad and is also over designed. I must admit that. By the end of this academic year, we will have built up 2 million square feet of facility, making it a self-contained, fully residential campus, successfully replicating all academic features and student activities of BITS Pilani. I must acknowledge the significant contributions of faculty, students, and alumni in building this campus. We have now approximately 3,000 students, and so far 1,056 first degree students, 162 higher degree students, and 4 PhD students have graduated from our campus. We have 150 faculty members and a similar number of non-teaching staff. The sponsored research grants sanctioned to BITS come to the tune of 24 crores from DST, UGC, CSR, DAE to Hyderabad campus. Recently, again with the help of another alumni, Mr. Manoj Saxena, we have got a rupees 5 crore grant from DST for establishing a technology business incubator. We have laid emphasis on research, innovation, and entrepreneurship right from the beginning, and they have yielded results so far in research and entrepreneurship. Some students here have incubated ventures in the hostels and started companies in the high-tech city, employing their graduating seniors. Before I close, I would like to mention about the student activities of BITS, which helped in image building process, as some of you may be aware of the historic strike of 1973. And the role of student publications like BITS Beat and Rachana in making it a grand success. Dr. Mitra, having realized the organizational capabilities of the students, meticulously planned to harness this potential and involved students in a number of universities' activities. Time does not permit me to go into the details, but most of you who were there in 70s and 80s are aware of it. One such activity is Viasis, which became one of the most popular. This was followed by many student clubs, tech fest called Apogee, the Student Election Council, which is responsible for all student elections, has become a glaring example for conducting peaceful elections with fairness and transparency, following the best practices, avoiding unnecessary extravagance. All these features have been replicated.